Okay, this is the next video. Now, if I'm going to pull up a copy of the actual spec that was sent to me. Remember the JPEG you sent to me when we were speaking on Skype? Just bear with me. Okay, so if we look at this image here, okay, let's pop that open. Now we can see there you have beautifully organized sizes, etc., of listings, and I see you have text here. So clearly there is going to be going text into these boxes here. Now I have figured out a way to show them nicely. We are going to use the plugin called Smart Post List, which is the one I purchased on Code Canyon specifically for this. However, I'm going to modify it to work especially with this system in that the links will, that would link to the actual deal and not to anything else. So there has to be modifications put to it. I'll probably change the name of it to say a modified version of Smart Post List to work with Mercedes. I look after that to make sure it doesn't update or they don't try to update it. Secondly, if we currently go, let's say, to a business page, if we currently go onto a business page, you'll see here now, the ads are, that's how they're organized. That's easily changed. If we go to affiliate ads and reorder, like I know 5 and 6. Number 4 is this ad here. I just know by the way I've written it. But normally you would name it right. So let's say I want this one down the bottom and see how that looks. And this is the best way to. It's the only really kind of real way to do it. And that way you could group. Let's say you could call all your ads, whatever the name of it is, and then the size of it. Okay. So and then you put all your 150 by 150 up the top. You put all these ones down the bottom or these ones down the bottom, and you'd be much easier able to organize how it looks for you. Okay, as long as it's just common sense would prevail. I think, realistically, we got to be realistic about it. I mean, if we have that one, I mean, another 2 of that size, they'd slot in underneath there naturally. Everything is enclosed in a div that floats to the left, so it'll just go to the nearest available space to it. If that was thin enough, that would pop up there. If that one here was narrow enough, it would pop up here. Okay, there's one other issue then I want to speak about, is how do we get these ones to look beautiful. Well, I think the solution is very simple, is that we categorize them. So if we go to an affiliate listing, and then let's say I know, for example, I think number 3 here is 150 pixels by 150 pixels. So what we would do is we would categorize them to say that this is in business and it's also 150 pixels by 150 pixels. Now, whether I use categories or another form of way of doing it, as long as it'll work with that plugin I was talking about that I have to modify. If we were to get the size, then we could tell the plugin as a widget to list only here all the 150 pixel by 150 pixel. I mean, looking at this image, realistically, that's not going to happen. That's a resized image. I mean, if we want to go that route, that's no problems. We'll go that route. But here we could say, okay, I want you to list in 2 columns all of the ones that are 300 pixels by 100 pixels. Now, they're not IAB or IAD sizes. So I'm going to go on this by IAD and IAB sizes, okay? I can't remember. It's either IAB or IAD, and then that'll be done. And that's how they'll be listed. Now, I'm just going to have to come down to the business end of it here for myself. I don't know what you're charging these guys, but this site is a lot bigger than just a little directory press thing, as I said before. There's a lot more. There's a long way to go to get this to work simple. I know it looks simple, but that's generally the way I have to figure out, integrate searching and all. Now, listen, you've been very good at payment and all up front so far, but the truth is I've put in a lot of time just even to get it this far in terms of research, getting it there. So we'll have to talk money, because I can't afford. I really can't afford to put any more time in on it as it stands. I've spent 2 days since the last payment getting it to here. That's considering I spent a wasted half a day on a directory press because directory press is just not the system for this. So I will need to talk business on my end of it. Whether you go back to them or whatever, but I just can't afford to be given time to it, to be honest with you. Alright, I hope this video finds you well, and talk soon. God bless, bye bye.